Hello, all, and welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. It's been a busy new year thus far, and it's been kind of hard to find topics and whatnot to discuss, especially with all the craziness that's going on. I mean, it's a really sad day what occurred yesterday in Florida, and it's unfortunate that things like this are just becoming the norm in today's world. But all we can do is just try to strive and push on. But today's topic, I'm going to talk about raises, because you got your people that they have their protests of people getting pay raises, the minimum wage, tax cuts, all that great stuff. And, you got to really ask yourself a question. What does that mean to the average worker? I'm not talking about business owner. I'm not talking about rich people, big or small businesses. I'm talking about what does that mean to your average worker who lives paycheck to paycheck. They receive a 2% pay raise of some sort. They save a little bit of money on the taxes every time they get paid. Majority of the time, I believe it ends. It might, if they're lucky, it rounds up to maybe being extra $100 a month. Now, I don't know where you live, but in the United States of America, $100 is not what it used to be. That's just my personal opinion. Whether you work for a government organization, a private company, big or small, receiving an extra $100 a month doesn't really go far now. After inflation, and usually with inflation, the last statistics show, and you can do your own research on this if you want to, that the rise in inflation in the United States of America was 2.2%. And usually when raises are given, it's at the 2 to 3% level. So in a sense, it keeps you whole, and what does inflation affect? Gas prices, food prices, and I'm talking about things of necessity. I'm not talking about clothes and jewelry and all that other nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. But I'm talking about things of necessity. Insurance, whether it's your car insurance, medical insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, etc., and so forth. These things tend to go up with inflation. So if you're making a little bit more money, that just means that the little bit of a raise slash tax cut for your average worker is just keeping you whole. So I don't disagree with it, but I think the media does a great job in trying to keep people arguing about a topic that we know is not going to immediately bring people out of poverty. And the reason why I say that is because America, most Americans are not financially literate. Financial literacy is the thing that's not even taught in schools, whether you go to public or private school, because you are taught, in a sense, to become a good employee, get a career, and stay in debt. Because this is a debt ridden society, and we live off of the debt principle. Whether it's, like I said, there's two forms of debt: there's good debt, there's bad debt. Bad debt is if you have it because of a business, or because of the home that you own, or a building that you own, or a piece of land that you own. That's considered good debt, because if you're smart about that good debt, you're getting return back on your investment. Good debt is owning a home. But to me, it's like owning a home is just not. It's not a huge accomplishment anymore. It's like it's such the norm for people to own a house nowadays, and even those that can't, eventually they can. To me, it's like if there's a return. I always say if there's a ROI, return on investment, on something, then you've caught my attention. But if I don't hear ROI, then you haven't caught my attention. It's like, okay, great, I'm paying a mortgage that the bank owns, I'm on a house that the bank owns. I'm not getting a return on my investment. Am I utilizing the space for Airbnb? Am I utilizing it for events? Do I have a small home-based business out of it? Then I'm getting a return on my investment. That's how I look at that. But because I mean, let's be serious about it. At the end of the day, let's be real about this. The everyday person that has a job getting a little bump in their paycheck just allows you to buy extra items. Oh, I want to be able to buy this extra watch, or tablet, or et cetera and so forth. But why not say, okay, how about I buy more extra stock or bonds, or let me put this money away, or put it in a school fund for my child, or something to that effect. But let me put it in something that's going to give me some sort of a return on my investment, whether it's from some sort of a regular stock, or hey, you put money away for your kids to go to college. You're putting money away so you can do some work to your house, your car, etc., and so forth. Something that's you know worthwhile. But for me, all intents and purposes for this talk, we're going to stick on return on investment from a business and stock and bond perspective, because, like I said, hence the word uh, expected to make you, at least a couple dollars, or probably, hopefully, that depending on the investment, thousands of millions of dollars. It's like I said, if I don't hear return on investment, I don't care. He's like, oh, you can buy this new car. Am I going to make some money out of that car? I don't know. Then I don't care. You can get this nice watch. Am I going to make some money off that watch? No, not really. Then I don't care. So that's my whole thing. It's like you get a little pay raise, you get a little tax, you get a tax cut. Great. Are you getting? What are you going to do with that money? And I bring up this question because while everybody's talking about it, no matter what side of the spectrum you lay on, I'm on the realistic side. I'm not on the Democratic or Republican side. I'm on the realistic side. you know, I've been reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Great book. If you have not read it, please read it. It's old, but it is still great, and it's totally, totally relevant to today's society. Okay, to society, period, from till the end of time. As long as money is a relevant factor in how economies and societies function, then that is the book that's going to get you where you want to get to in life. Because it's all about financial literacy, getting the education that society wants you to get, and then getting the education that you need to get in regards to how money works and how to play money in order for you to not only just work for money, but to make money work for you. Because, and I'm sure you've seen this, it's all over YouTube, it's all over the internet, there's only so many hours in a day for one to make money. But you have 24 hours in a day. You have 7 days in a week. The great thing is money never sleeps, but you as a functioning human being have to. So if you do right by your money, then your money can do right by you. It could be working for you, so you're not. So say I work for money for 40 hours a week. Eventually, it's going to be 60 hours a week because of side hustle I'm trying to get into. But the rest of the time of all the hours out of the week, I want my money working for me, and I look at it as it is working for me in my investments, in my and especially in my future investments. And that's the whole point of what money is supposed to be. You don't continuously fall into the debt trap. You want to make money work for you, not just work for money, because money never sleeps. I mean, you ever see that one Wall Street movie? I forgot the name of it. Michael Douglas was in it. They had a remake of it. What was it, 7 years ago? And it said it. It was Wall Street. Money never sleeps, because it doesn't. It's a 24-hour, 7 days a week functioning beast all over the world. So if you're putting it in things that aren't working for you, then to me, at the end of the day, you're just wasting your money. I mean, like I said, once you get past all the necessities in life, it's like, hey, let's have a deep conversation about, hey, I just bought some Litecoin or Bitcoin. I just bought some more stocks or some bonds or whatnot. I put some money in an IRA. I put my money in a mutual fund, money market account, whichever have you. Or I'm putting money into an investment. I'm got together with a bunch of friends. Hey, let's buy a house. Let's buy this apartment building. It's only $70,000. We 7 of us put some work into it, and hey, man, we'll get a good return on our investment because we'll rent those units out, and every month we collect rent from all these people that are renting their units out, and guess what we're doing? We're getting a return on our investment without having to do as much work on a regular basis, because that's money working for you, not you just working for money. And in closing, because like this is going to be one of my shortest videos ever, in regards to talk about a serious subject matter, I have to ask you a question, and a serious question. Do you think getting small raises really ups the standard of living for most Americans? And I think that if most Americans were financially literate, then it could. Meaning, if they looked at money as more than just a survival tool or to make them look fancy tool, as I always call it, as you've heard in my previous videos, the high school mentality where, if I look cool enough and sound cool enough and walk cool enough, James and Becky's going to invite me to the party this weekend. Kind of crap. But if you look at it as raises it could be much more beneficial if you utilize it and say, I'm making extra $70 to $100 this month, and from now on, I'm going to be making that amount of money every month. So what am I going to do? Let me put it into an investment. Let me get with Carl or James and Michael and whatnot. Hey man, why don't we do something with this money? let's try to develop a business plan. Maybe take a couple business classes, that are directed towards a specific business plan to start a business of some sort. It's like the mentality, and you have a lot of it in the DMV. You have a lot of business owners here in the DMV, but you have the big circles of people that are just more concerned of getting a good paying job instead of becoming a business owner. Nothing wrong with having a good paying job and taking care of yourself and taking care of your family. But I think now and well into the future, everybody needs to own some sort of a business or have an investment in some sort of a business, because you see what's happening in the country and throughout the world, and things are changing, and the old school way of doing business is considered to be obsolete. Side hustles are the thing now, and they're definitely going to be expected in the future. So I leave you with that question. Do you think these small raises and tax cuts for your average working person is really going to up the standard of living to a population of people that are outnumbering everybody who are not financially literate? That's just really the question. And if you are financially literate, just ensure that not only you are, but the people that are around you, whether it's your friends or family or whomever you consider family, they need to be financially literate too, because you can have that it takes a village mentality to raise the bar. Dr. Royce Watkins says it all the time, and I agree with that. It does. You can't just have it mentally on your own. You got to have it everyone who's around you that has that mentality of, this is where we are this year. This is where we want to be in 3 to 5 years. Here's the good game plan. Here's the goal. Let's get with the right people so we can execute and move forward. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked it. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video with any of your friends, and any of my previous videos with any of your friends, because I'm trying to get back into growing the channel once again, and I always enjoy putting these videos out. And please put some comments. I love interacting with people, especially in regards to my favorite topic, money, money, money. So because when it comes to money, to me, it's not about looking good. It's about getting some financial freedom. So that's the only thing that looks good to me, being financially free. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy your holiday weekend, President's Day weekend. And it's the last one we're having till the end of May. So have a good